What's going on, guys? Welcome back to episode 9 of The Hard Stuff with Bailey and Caleb.
What are we drinking today, right off the bat?
Yeah, just get right into it. So episode 9, this is my choice, I guess, this week. I have Wild Turkey Kentucky Straight Bourbon.
Really not excited for this. Just so everyone's aware, we stopped at the liquor store, picked this up. He cracks the bottle here and just says, ooh, I can smell that already.
So yeah, it's a little potent. I'll let you get a whiff before I pour it right away. But
how many cups is this?
Oh yeah, right. Sorry, 750 milliliters, so 3 cups, 40.5%.
Ooh, okay.
And I think it was $29.99.
So
Ish.
cheap as far as bourbon goes?
I think so, because there was a lot of bottles for more than this. So I think I got bottom of the barrel. I'll let you get a whiff of that. I think I got bottom of the barrel.
See, it says bourbon whiskey, but like that smells like rum to me.
I don't know a goddamn thing about bourbon.
Nor do I.
I usually hate drinking bourbon. The only reason I got this is because it is the recommended kind of whiskey for our mixed drink today.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize we had a mix going on.
Yeah, so we are doing whiskey sours, which are absolutely my favorite cocktail in the world.
Okay. I don't think I've ever seen you order one.
I think that's because we don't go anywhere that makes a good whiskey sour. It's usually an old fashioned. But we'll do a little bit of the bourbon taste test first. It'll probably be disgusting. It'll probably be a little hot.
A little?
Yeah. And then I'll mix up a couple whiskey sours and we'll see how we do. So I'm not going to pour a whole lot of this for the taste test because I think it'll be not good.
Okay.
And we don't have ice today, so it'll be even worse.
Yeah, whose fault was that?
Look, man, I'm not the ice guy.
Okay.
So there you go. Wild Turkey, Kentucky bourbon. I don't know what makes a bourbon and what makes a rye, but
it's a very unique smell. Like it's even smells a little woody to me. Does it say anything as like a barrel thing?
Yeah. It is aged up to so between 5 to 8 years in number 4 alligator char American oak barrels. With notes of sweet vanilla, pear, and spice.
I don't smell any of that. I just smell the oak, honestly.
Yeah, that tastes like or smells like chewing on a tree.
Yeah.
So this could be terrible. I'm hoping the sour is not bad, though. Have you ever had a whiskey sour?
No, or at least I may have, but not vividly enough to remember.
All right, fair enough. I don't know about you, but we didn't pour much, so I'm not even going to sip this. It's going all down the hatch.
I'm going to sip. I'm going to give
Coward.
an accurate.
You know what?
Much better than I thought it was going to be.
I thought that was going to be straight ass.
It's not great.
No, it's not good at all.
But it's not on fire.
No, it's a touch warm. I wouldn't call it a hot drink. It's not something spicy going down your throat.
I'm going to throw out a bad aftertaste, though.
100% a terrible aftertaste. But on the way down, I've had worse.
We've also, I don't think, had a bad liquor with this many pre-drinks in us before.
Yeah. Fair disclaimer here. We're doing this fairly cut.
Yeah.
We watched Thursday night.
We did not drive to the studio today.
No. No. Get a DD if you're drinking. That's all we're going to say. But no, we went to the pub, watched a Thursday night Dallas and New Orleans shit show football game. Oh, that was a bad one.
Yeah, I'm changing my fucking answer.
Okay,
That's
Caleb
gross.
just finished that drink and what do you say?
It's fucking gross.
Oh, come on. It's not that bad.
It's pretty bad.
Okay, you hate it then.
I could sip on that, but to slam that, it was not good.
You know what that would go really well with?
Nothing.
I was going to say a golf game and a cigar.
No. No, definitely not.
Okay, so like I just kind of said, we're going to do a whiskey sour today. So what it is, some people will add egg whites to this.
Interesting.
So that's called a Boston whiskey sour, technically. So all a whiskey sour is bourbon, simple syrup, and lemon juice. Some people add orange juice, but it makes it quite sweet.
Fair enough.
So what we're going to do, it's 3 parts bourbon whiskey, 1 part simple syrup, 1 part lemon juice.
Interesting.
So we don't have any egg whites. I personally hate it with egg whites anyway.
And for the OJ, we go light on the sugar here.
Yeah, you bet. We're both on a diet because we're used to be 400 pounds and still am 400 pounds. So, all right. So I'll do my best 1.5 ounce pour for my. So I think it goes.
Yes, just
1,
for anyone that's not aware,
2,
we are not set up
3.
very well for this.
It's probably an ounce and a half.
I'll take a 2 count.
No, ounce and a half. Same with you. 1, 2, 3. That's pretty close,
That's better.
think. That's pretty close. Half ounce of lemon juice. I don't really know how to measure this. I think it'll just be one good squirt.
Yeah, that's probably.
Yeah, that's not bad, I think. Oh, shit. All over the table.
Maybe a touch more.
Yeah.
There we go. Fucking mixologist is
Jesus Christ.
gives me shit last week.
Oh, man.
for
I made
making
such a mess of the table. And half an ounce of simple syrup, but that sounds like a lot, so I'm just going to put like a splash in.
That's just pretty sweet, isn't it?
I believe so. I found it in my liquor cabinet, and I personally have never used it, so.
Just like grenadine, isn't it?
No, this is just like cooked sugar and water.
Oh, okay.
That's all simple syrup is. I'm just going to, I think just a splash.
Do we have a pocket knife?
Yeah, you bet. Didn't bring a spoon, but I got a knife.
Always got the daily carry knife.
Safety first, just in case we try to get mugged.
No, we didn't go with the office in that part of town.
Yeah. So, yeah. Personally, the first time I've had this, my dad made it. He does it with orange juice. It is very good. It is just sweet. And
so
then,
even as a mixed drink with this, like I see the size of the cocktail. Is this supposed to be a sipping drink though, or is this like normally in like shot form?
No, this is usually a sipping drink. Usually comes in like a whiskey glass. I think if you totaled it up, if you did egg whites, it comes out to 3.5 ounce total.
Oh, okay.
So it's definitely not a shot. But yeah, some people do it with egg whites, some people do it with orange juice, and some people float red wine on top of it.
It smells atrocious.
Yeah, I mean, this could be terrible. No, that ain't bad. You think that smells bad?
I think that smells bad.
So, all we got, half-ish ounce of simple syrup, half-ish ounce of lemon juice, and honestly, that could have been like 3 whole ounces of bourbon. I really don't know.
I would just like to throw this out there. The best before date on lemonade here was January 2019.
It's lemon juice, bro. It doesn't go bad.
Okay, well, if it tastes sour, that's why.
Pretty sure the best before date on this, I won't even tell you the best before on the simple syrup. Just take a guess. You thought the lemonade was bad?
17?
Just take a guess. Yeah. July 21st, 2017.
There we go. So if we die, you guys know why.
I'm pretty sure that stuff doesn't go bad, though. Sugar and water, no way it goes bad. And lemon juice, no way it goes bad. Give it a
I'm
taste.
just looking at the...
No, there's no sediment in that. You're good.
You see that?
It's just the lemon zest.
Exactly.
The zest, not the mold. Don't worry.
Okay, I like it as a mixed drink.
Yeah. Now, we don't have ice.
I'm having a hard time getting past expiry dates because I have a mental thing for that.
It is best before, not throw away after. Just want to point that out.
I would like to throw out that in my fridge, nothing makes it past its best before.
Oh, fuck. I think my milk expired yesterday.
I have cottage cheese that got to the same day, and I was like,
Oh, God. You're the worst.
Anyways, on the liquor, it fixes the aftertaste, and as a sip, like you could easily slam that. I think that's way better than Wild Turkey flat out.
I would never sit down and order a bourbon just to drink. I think it's gross. Like, that's not a bad bourbon, personally. I don't think. I don't drink a lot of it. But I love a whiskey sour. Like, you go to Earl's or something on a balcony or a patio, 35 degrees outside. You get a whiskey sour on ice. Woo!
I'm having a hard time with this. I don't know why. I don't know if it's from this show, but the wood casket fucking drinks and stuff, they're all kind of mixing together, and I'm having a hard time getting past that smell. Like, the woody smells always come through strong now.
It does. I think I might have put a little too much lemon juice in mine, because mine is a little more sour than I'd like.
So top it up.
I won't be doing that. I'll try a second one in a couple minutes here, but that'll be about it. But I don't hate it. Like,
no, as far as mixed drink goes, like I would honestly, we'll call it a subpar mix here with our sizes and blah blah blah.
Yeah,
but I think I would enjoy that at a bar setting.
Yeah, bar setting in summer though.
Yeah.
That's not something you order right now in the middle
Just so everyone's aware, it's fucking December, but
yeah, December 2nd or something today. Yeah. Not something I ordered in December. I would definitely order the moonshine drink from last week.
oh yeah, hands down.
But
I
I
was gonna
don't,
ask if you gone out and bought some yet.
no, I couldn't find it.
it's at the 10th Ave.
Ah, fuck no. I only go to the one by my house. But I drink these in July, August, June, September. Like this is my summer drink. It's a whiskey sour.
See, and I think that would be good in the summer. The only downside is, like, the way I'm set up is just the sugar.
Yeah. And the sugar's bad. I mean, lemon juice has apparently no added sugar, so that's good. The simple syrup is all sugar. It is 10 grams per tablespoon. That's not actually awful, honestly.
No.
That could be a lot worse.
But 3 of them, then it's bad. That's all.
Yeah. But it's still better than a rum and coke.
Yes, hands down. Well,
So-
unless you can get over the Diet Coke. I'm working on it, but I'm not there yet.
Oh, it's so gross. So what do you say? Definitely not our best mixed drink. Not at all.
Oh, no. Like, I think I'm going to take the win for last week's.
Yeah, I think you got me on mixed drinks.
But it's definitely not bad. I would recommend to anyone that when you sit down at the bar, especially if you're 19 or 21 or 18, wherever the fuck you live and you're turning legal, that would be something safe to start it with. You get your citrus cut in it.
Yeah, that's a good beginner mixed drink.
Yeah. Everyone, like, I think a lot of the time when I go out, people get Moscow mules. I think that's
I hate
just
them.
disgusting.
I hate them. Now, just put this in your head because I know it's a little weird, but you think if we added an egg white, it'd be better?
I don't know what that would do to texture. I'm not sure. I've never had that.
It kind of froths it up a little bit. Like, gives it, that's all. That's the only way I can describe it. It makes it a little frothy.
But with the lemon, I'm not sold.
No,
I would
don't
be willing
like it
to try
personally.
it, but no.
Yeah, I wasn't going to bring egg whites just for this shit. So if you can get through one of these or possibly 2 of these in an episode, I mean, they're not awful. It's better than bourbon straight.
Especially there's a little bit of aftertaste cut there. I think it depends how it's mixed. I think mine's settled a bit. But either way, it's good as a sipping drink, like with the mixed. It's not something that I would want to drink 2 cups of going steady.
Yeah, fair.
But
Okay.
like, actually, this would pair really well. I would do this with like a cigar, even for me, like sitting down and eating like a steak.
Yeah.
Because it's just like that rinse taste.
Yeah, I try to do it. If we go to a steakhouse, I try to order a whiskey sour. It mixes so well.
Yeah, no, I could see that happening. Again, and I'm going to hold us to this. We got to fucking set up our spreadsheet of our ratings.
Yeah.
But as for the first full-on bourbon, not a fail, not a pass. To me, I'm going to put this as a bourbon just because of how harsh it was with the aftertaste. I'm going to give it a 6.5.
Yeah, I was gonna go 5. Just the bourbon regular is a 5 for me.
And as far as the mixed drink go, it might be a 6.5.
I was gonna put it like this one. This is a bad whiskey sour. I'll give you that. I did not make a good whiskey sour today. I would give this, I agree, about a 6.5. A good whiskey sour for me though sits about an 8.
Fair enough. And I will make the effort the next time I go out to a restaurant to order one.
Yeah, it's not a bad drink at all. So there you go. Wild Turkey, Kentucky straight bourbon. Not for us, but could be for you as long as you're legal age.
I just want to specify this is not a Canadian whiskey this time.
Nope, product of the USA. Most bourbons, I believe, are American only. I don't think Canada actually produces a lot of their own bourbon.
I know. The only reason I'm saying that is I'm pretty sure like our last 5 have been Canada only.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure most bourbons are American. They do not drink a whole lot of rye because rye is Canadian and bourbon is American.
Right.
So I think that's where it separates itself. Don't quote me on that. I'm not totally sure. So
I think that's better than most rye I've had here, though.
no way. No,
You
stop
want
it.
to compare that with like Alberta Premium?
You want to compare that with Crown Royal?
Yeah, I do.
Shut the fuck up. So we're going to move on to sports after that egregious comment from Caleb. First thing you and I both saw this week. Tiger's back?
Kinda.
Kinda? When he wants to be?
That's what I mean. Like, I won't lie, just with the timing and stuff like that, I'm happy that he's back. I'm happy that he came back. He's actually, it seems like, fielding a lot of press.
Oh, lot, especially with his tournament this weekend, the Heroes Champion. Because he sponsors that or puts it on or whatever.
Yeah, it's a big fundraiser too.
Yeah, that's a huge tournament for him.
But yeah, how do you read that? You get on, You see his video, he comes back, he's like, so yeah, I'm coming back, but I'm only playing certain events kind of when I feel like it.
I don't believe that. Like, I think it's a good way for him to cover his ass and say, like, hey, don't hold me to expectations.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I get from that. But after watching him on the range a couple days ago with the irons, and then early this morning, I believe, around 7 or 8 this morning, there was another video that went up of him full swinging 3 woods on the range today. And they look good.
Yeah.
I don't think he's actually going to participate in only the events he wants. I think he's just trying to kind of set himself up so there's no expectations, so he has a smoother return to golf. I think he's too much of a hardo.
Everyone's not going to shit on his first, like, rank 40, doesn't make the cut kind of thing.
Yeah, I think he's too much of a hardo to give up the competitive spirit every week.
Especially with Phil calling him out.
Yeah, because he's still he's young for the sport, mid-40s. Well.
Come on. Everyone new is coming in young.
Yeah. No, I agree. But like he even said in his thing, he's got 4 years until he's on the Champions Tour. Like he's got 4 years till he's in the cart.
Yeah.
So really he does have 4 more years of solid PGA Tour golf. And I don't think he can give that up.
No, and I think it's the same thing. If he comes back in and in some of the majors, like he's making top 15 cut. He didn't do that in his last run other than his major. His win.
Yeah.
But if he comes back hot and stays relevant, I guarantee you see him in every major event.
Yeah, especially as soon as he wins, like if he wins 1 of the first 3 he plays in, or even 5 he plays in.
I don't even think it needs to be a win though. Even if it's a top
just
5
top
to 10.
Yeah, I could see that. He'll be in it to win it for sure.
Same thing. Like, again, I'm not big on the bandwagon. Like, I like the guy, but I'm not like, oh my God, OG Tiger, blah, 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 blah.
I mean, arguably greatest golfer ever, but his side life outside of golf earns him a whole lot of bad press.
But not even that. It's like, I'm just saying I'm not a number 1 fan, but I so badly wanted him to come back and win a green jacket.
I would love to see him at 49 years old win a green jacket.
Like, oh my God, that would just be the cherry on top. Even if he announced retirement next year, good on you for doing it.
So what do you think? He obviously will retire soon. Does he?
He'll never fully retire.
No, that's what I think. Do you think he just goes into a full-time coaching job for Charlie? Because his son is a prodigy.
Is he? He's
he'll
coming out
be
that
good.
hot.
He'll be good.
In that case, I hope so. Like, to keep him relevant, the only thing is like if he comes out coaching like that, I'd love to see in the next 10 years that he switches in. Even him and Phil. Like, I'd like to see them switch into that post-celebrity Shaq, like Strahan role.
Yeah.
Where they're doing a lot more of the modern media.
Yeah.
Like, even after the match, like, Phil's commentary was fun to see Tiger get involved into that. So, like, coach his son, bring him up, but then go into these matches and cast them rather than caddy or anything like that.
I would love to see them each pick their own, like, major win, like whoever, like, say Phil picks Morikawa and Tiger picks DJ, and they do a little match. They go a week coaching each of them with how they'd win.
Yeah.
Or even if it was more amateur guys instead of your pro guys. I would love to see them put in the work for a month, but not be able to caddy and just cast. I think that would be hilarious.
Yeah. No, that's what I mean. Like, as far as I'm pumped that he's coming back as a player, and I just hope for the 2 of them. I'm counting Tiger and Phil as like the same category here.
Oh, yeah.
I hope, because they're both getting close to retirement. They can go play on the old timers league. So be it. Like, obviously,
Phil's already there. Yeah.
It's showing that they're too high class still when you go out there and you just rock it.
Yeah.
And so be it. Like, you're playing with a lot of guys that are fucking 70 plus.
Yeah. True.
But then I hope they stay extremely relevant in the sport, in casting, media. Because honestly, I think for 2021, it is the biggest year we've seen where the PGA pushed back into like modern media. Because golf was huge. It was the only thing that didn't shut down like that.
It was big time this year. With the Bryson and Brooks drama, the Ryder Cup, it wasn't competitive, but it had a competitive fight.
Yeah.
It was awesome for TV, and it was awesome for the sport of golf.
Yeah, and they're working on their TV casting to keep it a little more relevant. They're It's bad because golf is taking heat right now. You have your smaller golfers. They're not by any means less talented, but you come up and it's like, it happened a couple times. Someone wins a majors event. It's like, wait, who is this guy?
Yeah, I mean, Hideki won this year. He won the Masters, and everybody's like, who the fuck is that guy?
They've been relevant. They're great golfers, but it's not like your top 10 names.
Yeah.
So people don't like when that happens.
Yeah.
But it's cool this year, the first time ever we got to watch golf, and you go on there and through the whole day, you kind of get your major listers. They got a lot more camera time.
Oh, yeah, big time.
And it was nice to see because I don't know about everyone else. I'm sure everyone cheers for some of the underdogs. But like when I turn it on casually for 2 or 3 days or something, I'm kind of turning it on to watch the guys I want to watch.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not picking the 10:30 tee time with... Like, I don't even pick the one with Morikawa. I'll be honest with you. Great golfer, great guy, I'm sure. But I'm looking for DJ,
I'll pick
Bryson.
Rory at 25th over anyone
you
else.
bet. Like, because Rory's fun to watch.
He is. And same thing.
Might not be good this
Phil
year,
will
but
go like top 10 before the cut, 10 max out into the lake, and then guess what? I still want to watch Phil after, though.
There's nothing better than seeing him yank 3 5-irons into the pond.
Exactly.
So excited for Tiger. That's kind of what we're breaking it down to. We don't see him retiring, but it's coming.
And that's the same thing. Yes, it's coming. And then when it's done,
There'll
I've
be a
said
tear
this before,
shed.
even about Phil. Like, yes, I hope to see him stay and grow the sport.
Yeah,
for
you
the
bet.
junior guys coming in for his own kid, to the pros that like Bryson and Rory that are all in that middle age gap. And it shows. They still look up to these guys.
Yeah, and I love it. I'm excited. I want to see Tiger back in the majors, but who knows when we'll see that? That's all we can say.
No,
really.
we know when we're going to see that this year.
Yeah.
Next year.
Yes,
sorry.
right. Sorry. Okay, so that's it for Tiger. So one thing, we'll move on from that. One thing I want to talk about. I doubt you've seen it. Not a big basketball guy, obviously. We talked about that before.
Yeah.
Memphis Grizzlies fan was ejected in a game. So that is twice this month that a basketball fan.
So what is that?
ejected.
2 weeks after LeBron?
A week maybe, because this was on Sunday. So this was right after our last podcast.
And so with that happening, was it caused by a player?
So here's the quote. This incident came during the fourth quarter when Tristan Thompson, who plays for the Sacramento Kings, became visibly upset with a fan sitting courtside. He pointed the man out to security and officials, and after speaking with the fan, he was booted from the arena. I didn't hear a whole lot after that, but the fan was thrown out for making comments about the Kardashians, so Tristan Thomas is...
It's like a Chloe thing or...
Yeah, so he shares a child with Chloe. He's the father of Chloe's
okay.
3-year-old daughter. So this man was making comments about the Kardashians and the family in the direction of Tristan Thomas, and Thompson got this fan thrown out.
Okay, so I'm not even touching this on a personal level, but do you think this is going to be a reoccurring issue now?
After 2 this month, you bet.
So my only thing is like I'm don't get me wrong, I'm very pro this if there's a reason. When we touched on that last time, like if what happened with LeBron, like I'm pro. Kick him out, like you don't need to talk shit like that.
No, but with LeBron, I think that was a little different. I mean, wishing harm on somebody's child is a little different.
Well, it's no different than if he said something about the Kardashians and his kid. We don't know.
Well, yeah, you're right. We don't know. But I mean, if somebody says, hey, by the way, your ex-wife is such and such negative word, is that really as bad as calling out somebody's kid and wishing death on them?
I feel like we're on a very tight line here.
That's why I didn't fill in the blank there.
But I think it's close. That's the only thing I'm going to say. The only
for
funny
you playing
part
it
of this...
safe.
Yeah, I'm neutral. Remember that. Don't ever forget that.
Right.
But it's along the lines like if this continues to happen now, I want this... the next big thing is it's going to happen to someone that's some big shot lawyer or a lawyer's kid or that's filming the whole thing.
Yeah,
and this is just
bet.
going to cause a whole bunch of drama.
I agree with that.
Someone's going to say something a little lighthearted or, as far as they're concerned, have the right to say.
Yeah.
And this is just going to blow up.
Yeah, it'll be ugly. But Is it going too far? Not from a fan perspective, from an NBA player perspective. Do you think they should be getting fans thrown
The
out
only
every
reason
game?
I can't put my proper 2 cents into this is because I'm not an NBA fan. Like, I get that you pay to have the ability to sit next to those players, but I'm a big fan of professional sports because everyone else, MLB, hockey, football, there's that separation. So it's like, to me as a professional athlete, you should always be able to ignore your fans. Like, you're the professional, tune them out, play your game.
Yeah, you're getting paid the millions of dollars.
But
a
when
year
you
for
go
it.
to your bench and you're sitting 4 seats from someone that's beaking you.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I agree. That's a fair point. I think I don't know what that Grizzlies fan said, but if it was just calling bad on the Kardashians, grow up. Everybody calls bad on the Kardashians.
No, and fair enough. And again, I don't know the sense of the relationship. I just feel like he might not get pissed off if he's talking about his ex, but if he shares a kid, it could be something.
Yeah,
along
if
that
it was
line.
about his daughter, then I could see it. But if it was about his ex, then I don't think it was called on.
But that's my whole point, is I think it's going to be difficult moving into the future to navigate those lines.
Yeah. I think you're right with the whole lawyer's kid, senator's kid thing.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, we know how America works. As long as you know somebody,
Not
you kind
even
of do
that.
what
It's
you
going to be
want.
some like big ass movie star, like anyone influential
Yeah, that's
is
true.
going to shit on a franchise one of these days.
Yeah, you bet.
Especially when they film the whole thing or TikTok live or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, fuck. All right, fair enough. So the other NBA thing I want to talk about, this is kind of going to be another thing that you don't know a goddamn thing about, but if
The only thing I fucking know is I think I'm winning in our fucking basketball pool right now.
Shut up. I think I'm 0-7. I am not doing well in fantasy basketball this year. I had first pick and everything. It didn't matter.
If Robert listens to this episode, he's getting his ass beat right now.
Ooh, that's a hot take. All right. I like it. So, what if I told you right now that there was a 36-year-old, 5'10" point guard going into his 16th, 17th season in the NBA, leading a team to the best record in the league right now?
Okay, my first question, hearing that alone, is how much does he get paid a year?
He's going to get $30 million a year until he's 40.
How old is he right now?
36.
Holy fuck. That's unreal. Good for that guy.
So his team right now, this is Chris Paul, by the way, and the Phoenix Suns, who have been ass for years.
But he's played on this team before this year?
Last year was his first year on the team.
Okay.
So last year,
But he's how long in the league?
16 years.
Jesus.
So last year they went to the finals, lost to Milwaukee. LeBron was the year before. So they lost to Milwaukee last year, which had the MVP, two-time MVP, arguably one of the
Stacked
most
team.
athletic players in the league ever. Great team.
Okay.
This Phoenix Suns team is led by a 36-year-old 5'10" point guard, and I guess fifth year now, almost the second coming of Kobe Bryant. He's an excellent shooting guard, but he's very young.
R.I.P.
Yes, no shit. But 36 years old, he's taken his team to 19-3.
Okay.
Just beat the Golden State Warriors 2 games ago, who have Stephen Curry going for the best season in his career.
And my fantasy league reflects that.
Yeah, arguably since his unanimous MVP season. He's rivaling his unanimous MVP year.
Actually, that reminds me, we're going to touch on Curry after. Anyways.
But yeah, so they beat Curry in his best or second best season ever, and they are now in a 17-game win streak or something.
That's unreal.
Something
So they're driving at a full-on potential playoff, like real drive.
They're a favorite. They're a favorite
Really?
this year with the arguably oldest point god in the league. He's been nicknamed point god before, and he is fucking slaughtering teams this year because of it.
That's awesome.
At 36, at $30 million a year.
That's wild.
At
Actually.
5'10".
Good for him.
At 5'10". I love seeing that. Like, you're not a big basketball guy, but his...
Well, I know the mixture to that is height.
Yeah.
You're 6'9". Guess what? You're going to do
Yeah.
well.
Not a whole lot of guys 6'3" and under play very long in the NBA.
Yeah.
So to see Chris Paul and the Phoenix Suns they're my favorite to win the chip this year, and they have a very young Devin Booker, who is, like I said, as close to Kobe was since Kobe.
Yeah.
They've got a decent center in DeAndre Ayton. He's a very big man, averages 15 points, 10 like decent player, not an all-star by any means. And then they have a 36-year-old point guard. That's the team.
That's awesome.
And they are fucking stomping this year, and I love to see it.
Like I said, I watched probably the most basketball tonight that I have in 10 years.
Yeah, we watched the Portland Trailblazers get stomped by the Spurs.
But no, that is awesome to hear that you have a player go out there and break the norm. Because honestly, for me, and I guarantee I can count a lot of people into it. Yeah, in the NBA, you pretty much have to be a minimum 6'4".
It helps, yeah.
And athletic, like
You bet.
just the way it goes. No, that's awesome.
I think this man has one recorded career dunk in the NBA.
Really?
Yeah, that's it. So in his little tenure with the Suns, he has taken them to the finals, and now they are 19-3 in his second season.
So you're projecting they go not all the way, but at least to the finals.
I don't know if I see them winning, but I see them going to the finals. Yeah.
Okay.
They are the best team in the West right now. The West is technically worse than the East this year, which is a huge change.
To everyone that follows us on every platform out there, when they don't do that, you can definitely get on and flame Bailey for it.
I'll fucking ban you from any social media that we have. I just want to point that out. But no, that's incredible to me. I don't think we've seen somebody this good this late in their career since Kobe, Steve Nash. LeBron's the same age, and LeBron's always going to be LeBron. But LeBron's also 6'9", 240.
Yeah, he's a big dude.
Like that sure helps.
And even in the last year, like I follow him on social media, he's become obsessed, it seems, with his fitness.
Well, he's obsessed with a lot of things apparently now, according to his last COVID-19 result. Did you hear about that?
No.
So LeBron takes a COVID test a couple days ago. I'm not sure the exact date. Positive. So he gets put on health and safety protocols, obviously, because he tests positive for COVID. He goes in every couple hours over the next 2 or 3 days, every 4 or 6 hours or something.
Yeah.
Gets 8 tests in a row, all negative, gets himself off the safety protocol list, and he's available for the next game.
So obviously, like, he was feeling healthy to drive through it.
Yeah, I mean, he felt great. He thought it was a false negative or a false positive.
I kind of agree with that. If you put that effort in, like, yeah, it's fucking hilarious that you want to do that.
Yeah.
But no, props to him in that sense, because it's been a little while, but there was a huge amount of time there where false negatives were a massive thing.
False positives, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they were big. So, yeah, LeBron thinks he got one, went in for 8 consecutive tests, and they were all negative, and now he's good to go.
I agree with that. Like, how the fuck are you going to argue that?
Yeah, I mean, if you're feeling good and the tests show negative, that's awesome. I just think if it was anybody but LeBron, I don't know if they're playing this weekend.
Fair enough. I don't know much about the politics other than everything I've ever heard is pretty much it's his fucking team. So
it's his team. It's his league. Fuck, they do whatever he wants.
Okay, so actually on the transition from that, talking about big name NBA players.
Yes.
You're
Yeah.
saying that Steph Curry's having like an unreal year.
Yeah, arguably his best or second best season since he's been in the league.
So I want to touch on that though, because every other NBA player with his kind of influence, whenever that happens,
There hasn't been one. Let's just put that out there.
It depends. Like Kobe on his hype, LeBron on like prime seasons, like when he goes to the playoffs. My only thing is like, you turn on NBA news or press or fucking ESPN, whatever. They're plastered everywhere. Interviews, their social media, they go huge. But in the last like 3 years, I've seen next to no big ads from Curry other than like him pushing golf for Callaway.
He's been hurt.
Has he?
Yeah. So he spent almost all of last season out. I don't remember what the injury was. I'll have to check it here. But he was out for most of last season and the second half, I believe, of the year before. So that's why you haven't seen him. So,
but even that, if he's having as big of a hype here this year as you're saying, is he just that kind of guy that doesn't do the press? I know like Under Armour pushes his ads a lot.
Yeah, no, he is not a huge press guy. His wife, unfortunately, is huge into the press. I say that unfortunately because it's a very classic Patrick Mahomes situation.
Mahomes, yeah.
Like, his wife is bad for his name. I'll be honest with you. She does terrible interviews. She calls out reffing on Twitter. She calls out anything on Twitter that she can do possibly.
So full-blown Mahomes.
Yeah, full-blown off her fucking rocker. But no, Steph, very professional, keeps interviews quite short, concise, keeps himself out of hot topics. So I think that's why you probably haven't seen him. And it also helps that he missed a lot of games in the last 2 years.
Yeah, I just find it funny because, like I said, I see him more pushing golf than I do basketball.
Yeah, he's a big name for Callaway for some reason now.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, apparently he's a really good golfer, too.
Yeah, he did the match with... he played against Phil and Charles Barkley. Who the hell was his teammate?
I don't remember.
I might have been Peyton, honestly.
But
I'm not
yeah,
sure.
he comes out a lot with even the Callaway on the sponsor stuff. You see him a lot with some of the YouTubers.
Yep.
Like, he pushes their gear a lot. But it was a good move from Callaway, obviously.
Yeah, they got a great signing on $1 billion athlete.
But it's the same
sport
thing.
He doesn't play.
In the last year and a half, too, though, you see MJ pushing a lot more into golf. Everyone, like I said, 2021 was just a good year for golf.
MJ will run a major before he dies. I'll guarantee that right now.
Really?
I'll guarantee it right now. He's too rich. He's too rich and he likes the sport too much.
That'd be cool, though.
I could totally see a fucking basketball pro-am on Wednesday, Thursday, and then a major Friday to Monday.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome for golf.
That would be, yeah. Yeah, you're getting that cross-platform. It's going to get every major media hype, blah, blah, blah.
I think...
Even the social media draw from all those players, that's where it's really valuable.
I mean, if even, like you said, Steph Curry, humongous name in basketball, is becoming a big name in golf, and he doesn't even fucking play. Like, he does, but he's not on tour. He's not doing pro-ams.
Well, and it's funny because everyone's really cool. Like, I know we're diving into sports a lot here, but everyone loves hearing about it because of these basketball players. It was a big in baseball too. It's like we go on the road, we do these big long road trips, playing 7 games kind of thing, and they're like, we don't practice every day in between. What we do is there's like half the
golf.
team normally
Yeah.
brings their golf clubs, and they're like, where the fuck are we going today?
Yeah. MJ said during his documentary, the only reason he got so far into golf was because the only person that could compete with him was himself.
Yeah.
Like that's all that game is, and it's huge for. I think it's huge for athletes like that. Like at the top of their game, they can't get upset with anybody but themselves, and they already have that killer mindset. They're like, I have to be the best, but I can't be myself. I think that's why MJ
that's
loved
the
it.
mindset of the top athletes. It's because they don't care about who they're competing with. It's like, I just have to be better.
I'm going to argue that on one simple fact. The only reason Michael Jordan played on Team USA for the Olympics was so he could learn how his teammates played so he could beat them in the NBA regular season.
Really?
Yeah. He admitted the only reason he wanted to play with John Stockton was that he could beat him in the NBA Finals the next year because they were on the second best team coming out of the West. He only wanted to play with him so he could beat him. So he could figure out how he played and beat him.
The only thing I can say to that is it's not surprising. Like,
no, that guy's a killer.
That's just what I mean.
That's all it is. That guy's a killer.
To be the best of the best, you have a different mindset.
Yeah. So basketball and golf are coming together. That's the end of that story, I think.
Yeah.
Right?
I like I said, I hope golf picks the NBA and a lot of other sports to ride their coattails because I like seeing them.
Yeah,
more
the
relevant.
matches with NFL players are great.
And disclaimer, yes, we are big golfers. We played fucking 40 plus rounds last year.
Minimum.
But it's nice seeing.
Yeah, it is. So there you go. So golf is gonna mix with the NFL and the NBA, and it'll hopefully ride on what they did this year because it was a great year for golf.
It was, yeah.
So let's move on then. We picked up a new game this week. Kind of. We kind of picked it up. Well, I'm about ready to quit it, but we'll see. So we picked up Escape from Tarkov on Monday, I believe.
Yeah.
Cyber Monday. What do you think? Just a blatant, bold shot. You've only played 2 days maybe of it.
Yeah.
What do you think?
It's frustrating.
I fucking hate it. Oh,
To
God.
put simply, you know me, I'm big into, I'm pro-military, pro-gun, blah, blah, blah. responsibly. Like my favorite draw and appeal to this game is the hyper realism.
Oh yeah, it's great.
Like obviously, yes, it's not quite real life, but the dynamic of the game they've done well, and it shows that I really enjoy the detail. Like you have to watch your clips, you have to watch your particular ammo type, you have to watch your count. You have, for anyone that hasn't played, like you go into this game with no UI really. You see what you would see in your field of view. That's it. No map, no fuck all.
No. So
you have no ammo count. You have to check the top of your clip. It's like
you have to unjam your gun when it happens.
Yeah, you have 3 bullets. You don't know what else is buried in that clip underneath it.
No, you can kind of check it, and it'll give you a rough, say, more than half, less than half.
Yeah. So like, I got in. I pushed us into this game because I wanted to.
Yeah, I was hesitant. I was very. You brought it up a month or so ago. I was very hesitant on picking it up.
And then it's the same thing. Like I'm still like I'm enjoying it for that avenue. But oh my god, the fact that you die and your gear drops and you never ever get to fucking see it again has frustrated me more than any other game in a fucking very long time.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. I think,
especially for the two of us not being sweats in the game.
So no, that's where you're wrong, because over the hours that I've put in between last night and today, which was my first, I think I've put in 10 hours in over the last 24. I think I've put in 10 hours. I am so committed to this game, and I think I've finally figured out the routes to run and how the map works.
On one map.
Well, yeah, I'll never play another map. I play 2 maps. I play customs, I play factory. That's it.
For anyone that's listening, that's been watching him stream, me moderate, or been in the Discord, just don't forget there's a hard reset coming.
Yes. That's another part of the reason I'm glad we're getting into it right now, is because I can lose every single thing in my stash, and I don't think it'll matter.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of playing a little loose. I'm trying to learn the game. But it's like you said, it's a hard fucking game.
It is, but at the same time, I think that's extremely refreshing.
It's awesome to see, because we're so used to Call of Duty, aim assist, Halo, aim assist. We hop into a game like EFT, or Escape from Tarkov. We hop into this kind of game, and you can literally get one shot from a pistol because the other guy has better aim than you.
Yes.
That's straight up, that's just how the game works. I fucking love that. Like, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, you hate when you get fucked by it.
It pisses me off like none other.
Here's a little backstory yesterday. Bailey was working on his stream, and his great-ass fucking idea was more or less to go in with a sawed-off, like, single-shot rifle.
Yeah, it was...
And then he decided to have a sniper match with the guy on top of a roof.
Okay, to be fair...
Guess what? He fucking lost.
To be fair...
Proceeded to lose his fucking mind about not hitting shots.
To be fair, I think my gun should have won in real life.
No shot. You couldn't have hit him if you fucking tried.
I did try.
Exactly. That's why I confirm the hyper-realism. If that was real life, no fucking shot.
I hit him once out of 3 times. I just want that to be on record.
And you probably grazed a leg.
Whatever. Still hit.
I'm trying to coach in the background. You might want to account for some like bullet drop. He's like, no.
I think I put in a good couple hour stream last night. I think the only clip that my chat got was me freaking out and saying, "This game is fucking impossible." I believe is the quote.
Yeah.
But I'm loving this game.
Until you hate it.
Yeah. Even when I hate, like I
agree, because for anyone that doesn't play it, it's like I don't even think it's US, but it's something US like based, and you're either going against like kind of a Russian militia.
No. So you're in Russia. It's like end of the world Russia. So that is the setup. So you're end of the world Russia, and you are either a scavenger. You can do that once every half hour roughly. And you spawn with random gear. You try and collect gear for your main character. Or you go in as a main character, slaughter everyone, try to collect all the shit you can and all the money you can in order to upgrade your hideout. So I think that's the end goal. Because you're in Russia, and it's kind of an end-of-the-world scenario.
It's more like a farming thing. Like you just want to get
100%.
kitted. There's bosses and shit in game that you can do. And
I haven't
But
found
that's
yet.
my point is someone really likes killing teammates, whether they're NPCs or not. So you can go in as a scav, and you're not supposed to shoot other scavs, but I won't lie. We got lit up. Like, we went in our first few games, Even his fucking Twitch chat's like, that's a scab, don't shoot him. And then guess what?
Yeah,
He
and then they
kills
shoot
both
me.
of us. Yeah.
Yeah.
So him more than me, we've been lighting up these guys. Our karma, charisma, whatever for scabs.
I'm down to like
atrocious.
negative to a whole point, I think.
Yeah.
It's bad.
So that makes it tough in the fact that this game has NPCs and real players that mix on the same brand. And they're kind of like you. If you twitch or do something wrong, they're going to shoot you.
I've been trying to be more careful of it. Like I played a little bit earlier today. Been trying to figure out who's who. I think I figured out an easy tell on who's a scav and who's not. So I'm pretty sure...
Well, it's supposed to be the wiggle.
No, it's not the wiggle. Because I've been wiggling and I'm getting lit up by scavs. But I'm pretty sure if you are dressed in like a motorcycle jacket or like bullshit, you're a scav. Like if you're in a hoodie or a motorcycle jacket or whatever, you're a scav. If you're in ex-military gear, you're a real player. That's kind of my
Unless
tell.
you're a scav, though.
No, because I'm not talking the actual gear. I'm talking about the base model outfit. So like you can put on a hoodie, like for your guy, or for your scav. Sorry, it's not something you can pick up off the ground. It's just something that comes on your character.
Yeah, but a lot of the times, like almost every time actually I played scav, I get that motorcycle jacket.
Yeah, but the PMCs can't get that, is what I'm saying.
No, I know, but I thought you were saying differentiating between an NPC scav and a player scav.
No, I'm just talking scavs and PMCs.
Yes.
Scavs are
anyone
scavs.
that looks like a military contractor, really.
Yeah. Scavs are scavs, and I guess you just have to take your medicine when you get shot by them. Like I've had that happen so many times today. But the PMCs, that's actually an easy differentiate when you take a second look.
Well, and most people probably aren't like us where we get so frustrated we run in like a PMC.
Yeah, we panic and shoot everybody.
Well, it's not even that. We just go in unkitted because we're like, fuck it, we're going to lose it all anyways.
I finally got enough decent runs in today that I'll be good until the reset, I think. Like my stash is absolutely full.
I think you're full of shit.
No, my stash is absolutely full. I'll be bringing a real gun into every raid tonight. It won't matter. 100%.
Okay, so though, we're 2-3 days in. What's your rating out of 10?
I fucking hate the game, but I can't put it down. That's my rating. My rating is it's easily a 7 because I'm too late to the game for it to be a 10, but I'm too good at the game to call it a 4 because I am winning gunfights.
You're really good at running into barbed wire.
Exceptionally good at it. I'm too good at the game. Like I'm not trying to like jerk myself off here, but I am a decent first-person shooter player. I'm going to say that. I am winning a lot of gunfights, but people that actually understand the game better than me are wrecking me. So I'm going to call it a 7. If I started 3 years ago, it'd probably be a 10 for me because it's a great game.
It is. Like I don't regret buying it. Like I'm happy that we did it. But yes, the only downside to anyone that's listening to us right now and considering it now, it's very fun, but it's very not forgiving to beginners.
It's not beginner-friendly at all. I totally agree with you.
Honestly, we only did as well as we did because we had coaches through a fucking Twitch chat.
Yeah. I started streaming it as soon as I picked it up. I had a couple Sherpas jump in the game and just explain to me how things work, what I need to do, how a map works. That was it.
We literally didn't have a map until someone linked it for us.
Yeah. Like that was the only reason we did okay last night. And today again, I had a couple guys in there again that were helping me out, but that was the only reason I've done okay.
But I agree. Well, one, that, like I said, we're stressing on it. We're building our community. Those guys have joined Discord. Like, they're part of it. They're helping out. But it's fun that way.
Yeah, you bet.
I think we would have struggled a little more emptied out. But having that support, playing the game, we're going to continue to play the game just because we're fucking stubborn.
Yep, you bet.
It's fun. For anyone that's contemplating it that likes, honestly, just military post. It's not even post-apocalyptic, but you get that feel running
it's
around
just like
there.
it's just like post World War III. It feels like.
Yeah, it's a fun game, but you have to be prepared to lose your shit and like kind of grind. You really do.
You have to be ready for the rebuild.
Yeah,
you have to be ready for it. Like no matter what happens, you have to be ready to do a scav NPC run and start all over.
Fun fact though, be very careful. Go in and actually pre-select your servers. Because we found the auto server select off the start isn't very strong.
It's terrible. We got linked up with, like, we're West Coast. I'll tell you right now, we are West Coast. Always will be, whatever. We easily got linked up with Southeast or East Coast servers, and we were getting disconnected 2 out of 3 times. It was terrible.
Yeah, we couldn't even play.
So, yeah, like he said, make sure you go in before you even boot the game, pick your servers. There's a plethora of servers. Like there's
there's a ton. It's same thing for anyone that's watched Escape from Tarkov, like me, kind of vanilla, even a year ago, a few months ago. This game has changed a lot. It's very in depth. The graphic drivers have been updated. It's a good play. I recommend it to anyone to give it a try. And I wish we had a creator code to drop, but we don't.
Yeah, I would not recommend it to anyone. If you are a beginner shooter player, don't buy this game. It'll ruin it for you. Go play your couple years of Call of Duty. Go play a couple games of Halo.
I almost disagree though, because none of those skills transfer.
If
you try and get into this game and do this run and gun bullshit, you're gonna get fucked.
No, I'm not talking the run and gun, but I'm talking about the raw aim and accuracy. If you can't point and click, this game will ruin your life.
True, but I think many of the fights aren't like flinch ability. It's
no,
you
they're
have
not.
to you
No,
have
I
to
agree.
be in the mental process to slow down, line up your a lot of the time iron sights or scope or whatever. Guess at your bullet drop because you don't get more than really one shot and go. It's just like, to me, if you're a fucking Game Battles, Pro MLG, anything first person shooter, hardcore CS or Valorant player, you will get fucked in this game.
I disagree entirely. I think if Shroud was to pick this game up today, he would be the best player in the world.
It's not the fast pace for it though.
It doesn't matter. It's an aim game. It's an aim game. If you can point and click on that guy's head before he points and clicks on yours, you win.
I agree, but it's the strategy. Like both of us have been fucked up by someone camping on a rooftop now. Some kidded player that goes in there just to fuck up guys.
That's true. I'll agree with that point. I still think that a good aimer is going to be better than a slow player, though.
I agree, yes, unless you're playing the bullshit sniper game.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But so there, it even works to multifaceted players. But yes, it's not for the, like, I'm not trying to say anything bad, but the first 14-year-old that gets a computer and picks up it, don't start with
if you haven't played an FPS for at least 5 years straight, don't fucking buy this game.
Yeah, go rage over Halo first.
Yeah, it makes you feel way better about yourself.
Even pick up some slack like DayZ zombie game,
God,
like open world survival.
Jesus Christ, don't waste your money.
Because this mixes it in, but it's tough.
Okay, I'm over that. So you just spoke on it. Halo PC is having a huge problem, like any free game does, with cheaters.
Without a full blown anti cheat.
Yeah, because they do have a semi built in whatever.
Yeah.
Halo, at least PC, is being overran by cheaters right now.
I want to know, have you had an issue with it yet that you think?
I don't think so. I think I'm getting outclassed by controller players. I don't think I'm getting outclassed by kids that are cheating.
See, and I agree, because I haven't gone into a game and had like the same player 3-burst me over and over and over and over.
No, I haven't had that.
But I have seen it.
Yeah, I have. I've been watching TikTok clips of guys with obviously no recoil, no bullet spread. Like, it's a complete joke.
My favorites are the sniper ones. Peek around a corner, headshot.
Yeah.
Peek around the next corner, double kill.
Yeah. Every single BR kill, perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. I personally don't think I've had that. And you and I played a lot of Halo last week. Like,
yes, but also the only time that I've ever seen that now on, like, even in the clips, I think, is from anyone playing an Onyx.
Yeah, but I'm close. I play with Onyx players.
No, but that's what I'm saying, though. It's, well, especially me. I'm 2 leagues down now. But you watch these clips, and it's Onyx, which makes sense. Everyone's cheating to get to the highest rank.
Yeah.
But I think I kind of enjoy that. Because I don't know what it is. Probably the top 5%, maybe, sit in Onyx. So to me, it's not breaking the game yet that not everyone's experiencing these cheaters.
Yet. I think
it's every big name streamer bitching about it, but so be it.
I think the ranked system is too easy in the game, and I think we will see.
I think it's broken as fuck.
Oh, yeah, it is super broken. I think it's too easy. I think a lot of players will start to find these cheaters in Onyx. Because you don't have to be good at the game to rank up. You just have to win games.
Yeah.
So you could easily get carried to your highest level. But
But how much does a cheater really, like aim assist, benefit you in like a full-blown capture the flag kind of thing? You beat your players, but if you can't play strategically, you're not going to win.
Why wouldn't you?
Because you can wipe them in a one-on-one, but if you're not playing spawns or you're not controlling the map properly in high level capture the flag, it's not going to matter.
You're telling me if I'm on, I don't know the name of it, but
I'm not saying as a whole team though. You got one cheater.
no, that's fine. That's fine. I don't know what the desert map name is, but you know the one with the man lifts and everything. You're telling me if I grab that sniper with 8 rounds in it and I aimbot 4 heads, whap, 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 done. You don't think my team will cap that flag?
I agree in that aspect, but I think that's a very unique one because even all the closer quarter ones with your 5-6 second spawn,
10, always 10.
Is it?
Yeah, well, always 10.
Maybe behind like the camera, but every time I see it, it goes to about 6 seconds.
Yeah. After you finally watch your body fall down.
But so be it. Like that happens on the smaller maps. I think you have more chance. If you have one aimbotter on the opposite team, I think if you're playing at a pro gamer level as a team, you'll easily wipe that stuff.
As a pro team, I agree with you. But let's say you and I jump in a game and there's one guy with aimbot playing defense on the other team. We're not capping a fucking flag. No shot we are.
No, but it'll tie out. Because if
Yeah, you're right. It might go to overtime. We might win in overtime. But that guy is going to stop us from capping flags.
Yes, I'll agree with that. Especially in any, well, there's 2 maps I can think of right now. But yes, that push like sniper shit like that.
The longer range maps are where these cheaters are going to succeed. Because if you can no recoil 4 burst a guy with a BR, it's an easy dub anytime.
And I don't know if you've seen it. The biggest answer to this, it's mostly console players. They're all pushing because right now you can't actually toggle your crossplay.
Yes, you can.
On PC you can. On console they can't.
Oh, interesting. Okay, fair. Okay,
so
fair.
They've been bitching, like, and fair enough, because PC is the cheaters. That's where the cheat engines come from.
Yeah, you bet.
You can't load it on to the new consoles. You just can't do it yet.
Yeah, it'll always be like that.
So they're pushing to be able to turn crossplay off, which they cannot do yet.
I think crossplay should never be a thing anyway. The fact that I have to go against console players with aim assist, hackers or not, get them the fuck out of my game. The fact that you can hook up a keyboard and mouse to an Xbox is ludicrous. You bought a console, grab your controller, and fucking play with the other kids. The grown men are going to play on PCs with mouse and keyboard.
Yeah, but the issue to that is they've run games like this, and to the amateur PC players, there was no break for them. They just got rolled.
When you and I first started playing PC games, what was your first PC game?
I don't know. I've been on PC way longer than you.
I doubt it, because I used to play Combat Arms when I was like 8 years old.
Mine was that. It was the original StarCraft, like Brood War, everything.
Yeah, but your FPS games, you played Combat Arms.
My first competitive one was CS.
Yeah. You played CS, I played Combat Arms, probably around the same time. I don't remember ever being good at the game when I was 10 years old.
No. Fair enough.
So, fuck, take your medicine, get rolled, and then get the fuck out of my lobby.
Yeah, but again, not...
Oh, I'm salty about it.
So the snowflake generation.
Yeah, no, that's exactly it. You're catering to everybody fucking 16 to 8 years old.
Yeah, but unfortunately, that's what like a lot of our mass market is now. Because don't get me wrong, we are in fortunate positions with our jobs. We game a lot more than our friends at our age.
Oh, 100%. I probably play the most.
But it's shitty to see that that's what it depends on.
Yeah, I agree. But I also think all the catering is getting really old, because when I was these kids' age, I didn't have Fortnite where I could build myself a base and hide.
No, you're salty about that just because you sucked at Fortnite.
Well, that too. But you just get rolled, and that's how you get better at the game, is you continuously get rolled.
No, and I agree with that, because like we are 2 divisions apart in Halo, and playing with you, I can hold my own. I am not by far leading the team, but I can contribute. But then when I go back to my rank and play my proper games,
you're stomping.
It's unreal.
Yeah, that I kind of agree, but I'm totally the opposite. Like playing with you, I'm not gonna say always leading the team, but I am.
Yeah.
I'm top 2-ish at least. And then when I hop into a solo queue and I'm playing with 7 Onyx players, I get fucking pumped. Pretty consistently, I get pumped. Like I'm D3 right now, and these Onyx players, I get the one off that's playing on a Halo Pro team, and it's like, oh, I really don't stand a chance.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's better for the game that way, I think. I want to see these console players get smoked.
My big thing, and I think they have to, is I hope Halo comes out with a strong anti-cheat.
Yeah.
And not something that's a bunch of bloatware or hard on these systems, because like I'm already sick enough waiting for these consoles fucking potatoes.
Yeah, no shit.
But just something that they can figure out to stop this shit.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't think there's really been a successful anti-cheat in any game. Valorant's close, but
Valorant's the closest, and that's only because it is a rootkit.
Yeah, and that's what I mean though with Valorant. It's like when I did it the first time, it was a bitch to get that stuff to work properly. It clashed with a lot of my other software.
Yep. The whole anti-cheat is a background program that has to run all the time on your computer. It's completely invasive and a nightmare to run.
Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of that.
No, I hate that part of it, but unfortunately it is the one that works the best. Because Warzone doesn't have one and it's a joke. Halo, we're learning, kind of has one, doesn't work, and it's a joke.
Yeah. Which optimistically they improve. That's all. That's the gist of this.
Yes, they have said their own piece, and they are gonna work on it, and it'll be better allegedly. So that's all we can hope for.
Allegedly.
Yeah, that's all it is. So one last thing, it's gonna be a quick point, and then we're gonna wrap this up. I think Black Friday just came and went. A lot of people ordered a new monitor, a new ultra wide.
I won't lie, I looked at a G9.
That's fair. I don't blame you at all. I think the ultra wides are awesome. They look great, especially for Forza or
just so expensive.
Yeah. So this is one of the options that was not as expensive. The Acer XV340CK. I've now seen twice in the last 3 days that people have ordered these ultra wides, and they are billowing smoke from the back.
That's wild.
Not steaming, not getting hot, like fucking blowing smoke from the back of these monitors.
Any flames though?
I haven't seen flames, but if you're pouring smoke like you're chain smoking some cigarettes, you know there's fire in there.
But do you know if Acer's put out any PR about it?
I haven't, because I've only seen self-made reports on Reddit, like guys taking videos of their monitors. So I haven't seen anything from Acer yet.
I won't lie, that would blow though. I couldn't imagine setting up a monitor, getting into a ranked Halo match, and just like, what does that smell?
Yeah. Why do I smell plastic burning?
How much? Do you know how much that monitor MSRP is for?
I don't, but I'm sure we could figure it out with a quick Google.
I hope it's not a lot then. Like, or because that's the thing. Like, did it come on big sale just to like huck all their garbage?
Do you know what the G9 costs?
It came on sale Black Friday for 1,600 Canadian, but normally it's $2,000.
Okay, so the XV3,
and that's a 49-inch though.
Okay, so the XV340CK on Amazon is $620 right now with no sale, and on Best Buy it is $399.
Oh, so there's a sale there.
Yeah, so a sale on Best Buy. It doesn't say what it regularly is, but I think it's around $600. So, which is cheap for an ultra wide, but it's also pretty cheap to start a house fire.
No shit. Yeah, buy this monitor. Update your insurance.
Yeah. So, do you think we're going too far in the consumer versus prosumer market? Because this is what this is. This is a consumer monitor, because the G9 is a prosumer. Honestly.
Yeah, but I think there's I don't know. I find that line really hard to draw.
Oh yeah, we're walking a fine line on that.
Between anything. Like, it's as simple as these mics that we're on. We're on a prosumer mic here, consumer there. But it's the dollar numbers are kind of a fraction now. I think there's so many gamers spending more money than they've ever spent, especially because of COVID.
Yeah.
That line is really faded.
But I think, like with your point with these mics that we're using, that's like $150 to $200 difference. These monitors that are lighting on fire are $600 to $1,000 difference.
Yeah, but when you buy that, but that's what I mean. Even at that level, anyone that's shopping $1,000 down is a consumer.
Yeah.
Yes, 100%. They push advertising as prosumer. It's whatever, 2K, 240, 120, or 4K, and you can get your 120. They're just trying to bridge that gap of meeting it, but by no means is it like a I wonder if this is close, because in electronics, that gap's still big. So no, I don't think it's like it's trying to ride the line too much. I think it's more a case of just like shitty tech. They got a bad batch, whatever excuse they use for it, but something got fucked up and it's
Obviously
cooking a heat sink somewhere. I don't think it's like too much of an in-between line or them trying to push their tech too high. I think it's just them with bad QC.
So you think the Acer XV version 2 comes out with none of these problems at the same price point?
I don't know. It depends on Acer. I haven't followed them as a brand much. I'm more Asus
I
compared
try
to.
not to as well.
I've owned an Acer monitor before when I was like 15, but at the same thing, it was a cheap monitor.
Yeah, I think they're trying to get into a market that they're not qualified for.
I think everyone
That
does
worries
that.
me.
Like, don't get me wrong. I will shit on anyone that ever says HP is good, and they've pushed into every consumer, prosumer, cheap budget build in PC monitors, every piece of paraphernalia. Hate them. Think they're garbage. And it's because I've never, ever, ever fixed so many computers that are that brand, but it's the same issue. I'm not ever going to shit on someone for buying a brand because that's all they could afford.
Yeah, that's fair.
Props to you for doing it.
You bet.
And guess what? You're going to learn. That's all.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we're seeing it a lot with pre-builds nowadays too. I mean, you're paying for these pre-builds because they're cheap, but unfortunately, they're cheap.
Exactly. You might get some of your hardware, but your assembly is going to be shit. Your case will be shit.
Yeah.
Your actual quality of the build won't be there.
Your customer support, as we learned with our friend Tyler,
Yeah.
will be shit. So we are seeing that. I think a lot of brands are trying to open up into a more consumer-friendly market, and we're paying for it. That's my take on it.
Yeah, it's that weird gap where like consumer price point, they're trying to push all these prosumer features, and then when people buy them at half the price, they get overly mad that it's not working.
Yeah.
And it's like, really, you shouldn't be.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, actually both of us are in that boat. We've dipped on some things, we've both spent big money on others.
Yep.
But you have to expect that when it's like, okay, I'm going to get this option, it's going to save me $500, but you can't lose your shit when it doesn't work quite as well as you wanted it to.
I think it's the same thing as buying a car. You know, you buy a Kia Forte as opposed to a brand new Toyota Corolla. The Corolla is going to last you 400,000 miles.
Yeah.
And the Forte is not.
Exactly.
And it shows in the price point.
Yeah. And well, actually cars is a prime example. That's becoming a thing in fucking almost everything we purchase.
Yeah, everything's trying to be luxury at a... Like, you're trying to be champagne on a beer budget. That's what it is.
Yes. So to anyone that's listening that already hasn't turned us off because we're full of shit.
Which is most of the viewers, I think. But
Exactly.
That's all right.
Don't
We're not,
get worked
yeah.
up. That's all. That's my only point.
We're not hating on budget options or lower quality options. Like Caleb said, we both, if we find a good deal on something, it's definitely not top notch, but we're going to buy the good deal because it's better than paying too much money for the best deal.
Exactly. And then guess what? You can guarantee there's a chat or a Snapchat or a fucking text message that has one of us bitching about something. And guess what? The final answer is just like, well, got what I paid for.
Yeah, exactly. That's all it comes down to. You're going to pay for your quality, and don't make us out to be guys that are like, oh, these guys have money, so they only buy the best shit. We don't. Believe me. Believe me, I think I'm rocking a $35 Corsair mouse, and it's one of the best fucking mice I've ever used in my life.
That's the same thing. Like, yeah, I'm not going to dive too much into this. Get what works for you and whatever you're comfortable with. We're running more money right now in mics and audio equipment than we are the PC that we're recording this on.
Yeah, I'm surprised this thing hasn't turned into a Harrier yet. So, yeah, that's the final point. Buy what works. Don't spend money because name brands are name brands. That's all it is.
Yeah, there's no point in stressing out when you can't afford
do your
something.
research.
Yeah.
If a $40 headset is going to work for you, just fucking get it. Don't spend the money on a $300 headset that you barely use.
Please ignore all the streamers bullshit. Everyone that you watch on the internet gets paid to push what they're using.
Those are free tech.
Do not listen to them. Support them if you have the availability, but don't put yourself in the poorhouse to get that exact piece.
No, if it's
Please
gonna
don't.
if it's going to take you months and months to pay off credit card debt for a headset, just buy a different headset.
Yeah, wait it out, because guess what? You'll be able to get it one day.
Yeah.
And if not, throw it on your fucking Christmas list.
Yeah, no shit. So I think that that's wrapping up episode 9 for us. We have a Discord server, like Caleb said. We got a couple guys in there now chatting so far every day.
Yep. We're going to keep pushing the links a little bit. We got like a link tree set up for all our different stuff.
Yeah, I saw you threw that up. That's awesome. That'll be an easy find all, do all for one website.
Yep.
We're going to be doing that next week or the week after, but we did touch on it last week. We're going to do the wives take on the hard stuff.
Yeah, we're bringing on our first guest, and we're pushing for that.
So his wife watches the show a lot.
Yep.
My wife, I honestly don't know if she's listened to an episode.
Even better.
Yeah, so it'll be sloppy. It'll be all 4 of us on the hard stuff. They don't know a single thing they're coming into. Caleb's picking the drink.
Yep.
So we'll see how that goes. But it'll be the same thing. I mean, don't think we're changing it up just because the wives are on. We're doing sports, we're doing games, we're doing tech. And
you're going to hear some nursing opinions on it, and it's going to be hilarious.
Yeah, I mean, don't think we're skimping out just because we got ladies on. Honestly, this is I'm gonna say it right now, sexist or not, this is a predominantly male viewed show.
Yes,
100%.
And if not, prove us wrong. Fucking jump in Discord and light us up.
Yeah, jump down our throat. I don't give a fuck. If we earned it, we deserve it. I don't care. But that's what we're doing ideally next week. So we'll see how that goes. And if you guys like it, we're going to try to do it every 5-ish episodes, I'd hope. Maybe once a month.
Yep.
We get them on once a month. We'll kind of try and review things that we've talked about during the month, just so we have big points for them. So it's some stuff that they actually know.
And if not, it'll just be a fucking light show.
Yeah, if not, I'm sure both our wives will be blacked out by the 45-minute mark.
Yeah.
And we'll call it. You guys
might get to hear the like slurring of the speech.
Yeah, the slurring, the sudden thud of the forehead hitting the table. But we'll see. So that's where we are. Caleb's been pushing the social media, the link tree, the Discord a lot.
Yeah. Again, we say this every fucking episode. We're going to try and get on the Twitter.
Yeah, we're a mess, honestly. We are a complete mess, but we're working on it. So
yeah, just remember that though. Check us on Twitter, check us on YouTube. We're all over the Spotify. That's where we push the episodes right away. I'm thinking about it right now. YouTube's been a bit of a pain for us. I don't know if our last episode's even on there.
Yeah, YouTube's been fucking us a little bit.
Yeah, but check that. We got the Discord. We're both
more active.
More active. In the
we're
Discord.
active on Discord.
Yeah.
We're
so
way
like
more
if we
active.
see you there or you guys start chat points, we'll be all over that easily.
I mean, it sounds like a bad plug, but if you find me on Twitch, I'm usually pushing the podcast.
Yeah, and honestly, a lot of the time I'll be there too.
Caleb's almost always on when I'm streaming. Like, if you can find us and you can even just talk shit at us, we will respond.
Exactly. And honestly, like, we're growing this community. Like we said, like, don't be afraid. We'll jump into games. Like, we're down for anything. Like, let's just have some fun.
Yeah, so I think we're kind of ending on the same points as last week. If you have anything we need to talk about next week, any games you want us to try, because we are going to, I think, try to hop into old games with the Steam sales. I mean, we picked up Tarkov 4 years late. Any old games you want us to try and get upset with, anything you want us to talk about, any drinks you want us to try.
Yeah,
it is
definitely jump on the liquor.
It is Caleb's choice next week, but I'm sure he'll take a little bit of coaching from you guys. Anything you guys have, just hit us up on any of our socials. I think that's about it. Caleb will close us out, and we'll call it from there.
Yeah, I think we've covered it all. I want everyone to fucking enjoy their week, enjoy the episode, and just have a good time.
Yeah, again, every Sunday, no matter what, we're doing it. Whether we're doing it Sundays or Thursdays or whatever.
All right, guys. Later. Until next time.